They cannot get it. And welcome into the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink here in Buffalo, New York, where Nickel City Hockey Network is proud to bring you live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Travel Hockey. Apologies for the delay. We experienced some technical difficulties, but you are joining us just about 40 seconds into the first period as the Amherst Knights maintain the first bit of possession in the offensive zone. Bit of a scramble there on the wall as the play is drawn offsides, and we will take this opportunity to introduce ourselves as I am Sean McHugh, here to deliver you the call of this morning's action between Hasek's Heroes and the Amherst Knights. And joining me on the call today is color commentator Aaron Alpern, and on the camera is Destiny Cosner. Aaron, it's good to be back here for me for Hasek's Heroes, as now the program has expanded to multiple teams, and we get a bit of a showcase today, starting here at the 9 a.m. slot between Hasek's Heroes and the Amherst Knights.
Yeah, we get the 10U game here at 9 a.m. Going to follow that up at 11:30 with the 12U game. There was supposed to be a third game today. It was supposed to be a triple header, a little bit of a scheduling conflict. Didn't quite allow that to come together, but excited to be able to bring two different Hasek's Heroes travel games here this morning on the Nickel City Hockey Network, and excited to get things going here at the 10U level between Amherst and Hasek's Heroes.
And there's a play to the front of the net that is tipped just wide of the goal here by Amherst Knights, as the first test of the game is passed defensively by the Heroes. Puck is chipped in deep here, and the play finds its way to the back of the net, and it's a point shot. I don't think the goaltender had a look at that puck as it slides to the far post, and Amherst, 1 minute, 40 seconds into the game, takes a 1-0 lead.
One of those perfectly placed shots there, Sean, just barely inside the far post. Couldn't have been any more on target, and Amherst gets the game's first strike.
Yeah, they say those point shots, it's not about the velocity, it's more of where you put it, as goaltender Aaron Chrisman, the starter for Hasek's Heroes, went full splits, could not get to the far post as the Knights take the early 1-0 lead. It's going to be Metzler gaining the blue line, the big forward for the Knights, leading the charge in, but it's a nice play on the defense by Tinka Cannon, and the puck is chipped up the half wall, kept in alive there by the Amherst Knights. Team converging defense played there by Hasek's Heroes, but they still are not able to get it out of the zone as there's a collision between Jaden Doyle at the point and Hart, the defenseman for the Knights. But here comes Kingston Albert. He's the player to watch here for Hasek's Heroes. He's going to get the puck at center ice. Good defensive play on defense by Jamison Frost as the puck is then put up against the half wall, and Amherst is going to look to send it deep, but now we got a bit of a logjam here at center ice. Kingston Albert looking to create some room. He's got great speed, and Albert on his backhands gains the blue line. All the way out wide goes Albert, steps into the middle, takes a shot, and a big save right there. The first test of the game for starting goaltender Shane Halton. Puck goes into the corner, and it's Gabriel Madsen chipping the puck up, but it's kept alive by Hasek's Heroes and then sent deep on a good defensive play by Zapanis. Kept alive on the half wall again as we have a bit of a logjam, but it's Hasek's Heroes double teaming the puck carrier coming out of there on the half wall, but it's picked up by Amherst, and it's Eric Metzler looking to lead the rush out of the zone. Metzler using that wide reach, gets to the blue line, gets through center ice, puts a move on Kingston Albert, but Albert does a nice job recovering at the blue line, and Hasek's is going to look to skate it out.
Good numbers defensively there for Hasek's Heroes as Amherst was breaking it across their own blue line. 3 different defenders in the neutral zone and a fourth one following.
Doyle creating a chance for an opportunity for himself on his forehand, and another big save there by Shane Halton. Hasek's looking to utilize their speed to create numbers. They've done that twice, and Halton's been up to the task both times. Metzler again. He's leading the charge, and Metzler's got some room. Kingston Albert, though, great job on the back check, but it's a great follow-up by Amherst as it's Cameron Hodge taking a shot, and it's steered just wide.
Great save.
Great save there by the goaltender Aaron Chrisman as the puck is kept alive there by Diaz at the point.
Really good action here in the early going.
Yeah, we have some pace here to this game, as although not the crazy number of scoring chances, the puck is going up and down the ice, and now Amherst is going to look to pick speed up as that puck is sent through to an open point. Are we going to get icing? That is going to go wide of the net, as we're going to get an icing here with 5:53 to go in the opening period, as this broadcast is brought to you by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. 5:53 here to go in the opening period, as we're going to have a face-off coming up to the left of the goaltender, Shane Halter, as Hasek's gets possession on the face-off, looks for a set play. Cannon takes a shot, and another big save by Shane Halton. He has been tested point blank 3 times in the last minute and a half made the big save all 3 times, and now it's going to be Amherst looking to skate the puck out of the zone. They get as far as the blue line. It does get by Blursh, and Hasek has to get back as Thulman's going in with Hodge. Hodge gets the puck in the slot, but the pass is in his skates, and he's not able to get a good shot on goal. But Amherst maintains possession down below the dots. The Knights, backhand, fending off the stick pressure there, but is gathered by the Heroes. Backhand chip off the wall, but is kept in alive at the point, where Hasek is going to get another opportunity to clear as they send the puck up to Cannon. Puck makes its way to center ice. We got a race for it between Cannon and Diaz. Cannon, full effort to make the stop there, does cause a turnover. Here come the Heroes, take the shot from the point. Double save there by Halton. He makes the initial save, and then he bats it out of the air with his blocker. I think Halton was looking at the mural of Dominic Hasek down there, because that was reminiscent of the Dominators' days in Buffalo.
Inspired goaltending there for sure. The first save was really good, and then knocking it out of midair was even better.
I think, Aaron, it was the very nonchalant, casual brush-the-shoulder move to make that look easier than it was. But either way, Shane Halton brought his pads today, and he's made all the saves he's needed to halfway through this opening period. Hasek's again looking to utilize their speed. Good read there by Kingston Albert, but he was just able, that was Archer Albert, but he was just out of the reach of him before he would have been gone the other way as Amherst looks to set up down in the far post. 2 players get tangled up there, no call on the play. Play continues as Hasek is going to have the puck on the half wall. Frost pinning the puck on his point, doing a great job tight-roping the line initially, and good team defense by Amherst to make sure Hasek didn't get loose on that speed rush they've been working as the puck finds its way into the corner for Hasek as it's picked up by Hamdam Elmouse. Hamdam Elmouse, excuse me.
I was close there to too many men on the ice, very smart play by Sapansky not to touch that puck. That could have been the penalty against Hasek, but good awareness there in tight quarters.
Hasek turns the puck over, and Metzler's going to skate it all through himself. Metzler's going in alone. He's got back pressure on him. Metzler coming in on his forehand, takes the shot. Big save right there by Aaron Chrisman. His best save of the game as the dangerous Eric Metzler gets in alone, and the Hasek Heroes goaltender passes a huge test to keep it a 1-goal game. Puck out in front of the net, and that time Metzler is not to be denied. The goaltender, Chrisman, did everything he could, but Metzler, with that long reach and strong frame, stuffs it into the goal, and Amherst takes a 2-0 lead with 3:13 to go here in the opening frame.
Might have been denied on the first opportunity on the breakaway, but just seemed to make him more determined there to finish off the shift in the right way, eventually putting the puck in the back of the net. Amherst getting the 2-0 lead in what has been a very fast-paced first period. See if there can be an answer here from the Heroes.
Doyle's going to look to lead that answer as he's going to skate the puck through, but a good defensive play by Wilmore. Frost is going to retreat into his own end. He does have some time, and Frost is going to get on the edge work and then work behind the net. Looking to set up the breakout. He's got Metzler if he wants him. He's behind the defense, but he didn't see him. Ooh, Aaron, he had Metzler for the home run pass, but it looks like they were looking more to break it out with several short passes versus risk a long home run pass, but just knowing that that's there just adds another element of danger for this very, very high-powered Amherst offense.
Seems that the Hasek Heroes defense is going to have to keep an eye on number 7, not only obviously ability to finish around the net, but get into places on the ice across the full 200 feet of the rink that can create opportunities just in that positioning.
Hasek's looking to utilize their speed again there, but I think Amherst has already adjusted to that. You see their defenseman backing off a little bit with great respect for that Hasek Hero speed as the play goes D to D for Amherst as it is Nolan Argy. Up it goes, and there it is again. There's Metzler. Metzler's going to gain the line. Metzler puts a move on the D-man. He's got help going to the slot, but he works it there himself. Looks to stuff it in the far side. Play finds its way to the front of the net as Metzler again leading the rush for Amherst as Hart sends the puck in deep, and Wilmore's going to head in there with Kingston. Excuse me. Puck is gathered again there by Metzler, looking to stuff it, and Hasek now seems to be very aware of big number 7 as 2 players converge on him to make sure he does not get the opportunity to stuff that puck. It's going to be Tinka Cannon spinning the puck around as Hasek's going to look with 1:40 to go here in this opening frame, looking to start a breakout, but it's Nolan Argy again keeping the play alive. Puck kind of sitting between the dots right there. Hart keeps the puck below the line, keeps possession alive for the Knights. Here comes Kingston Albert. This is what we're talking about. Kingston Albert's got speed, but he's got RG in his back. Kingston Albert on his forehand takes a shot and a shoulder save there by Shane Halton. Scoring chances are about even, but Shane Halton has been a brick wall to start this game as he has made 4 marquee saves in the opening frame here as we're down to 1:05 to go here in the opening frame. Play to the slot. Nobody there is Nolan RG as he might be a little bit out of breath on that amazing back check he just had on Kingston Albert. Finds Wilmore. Puck bounces off escape, but it does find its way to neutral ice. And Kingston Albert on his backhand looks to chip it through Wilmore. Wilmore read that beautifully and just turned the puck the other way. And now it's going to be Hasek again with Madsen. Hodge might have a beat, but he lost an edge, and Doyle's going to get the puck first there. He's got 37 seconds to work. Let's see if Hasek can start a breakout as we look D to D. Hart doing a nice job toe picking and keeping the play alive for Hasek, but the puck does find its way off his stick, and let's see if Hasek can get some speed going. It's going to be Doyle, but RG again back on defense. Doyle looking to spin him around. He does get him working to the other side, and Doyle doesn't take the shot. Reverses course into the corner of the net. Good defensive read there again by Hodge as Doyle looks to send it cross for Albert. Albert had some trouble juggling the puck, and Hodge is going to look to get out in transition again with 5 seconds, 4, and that is actually going to do it for the opening period as Aaron, we had a quick opening period, just 2 whistles, and we are going into the first intermission with Amherst leading 2-0.
And it's not like there were a bunch of whistles that should have been blown. It was just a fast-paced back-and-forth period. Scoring chances about equal between the two sides. Good goaltending on both ends. Excited to see what second period action has in store for us. We'll be back on the Nickel City Hockey Network with period number 2 from the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
And welcome back after that brief intermission to the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Riverside Park in Buffalo, New York, as we are just about set for second period action between the Hasek Heroes and the Amherst Knights, as today's broadcast is brought to you by 412 Communications, the new gold standard for digital media solutions for small business. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. And Aaron had a really quick-paced first period, not a whole lot of whistles, action both ends, shots and opportunities both ends, and great goaltending as Shane Halton just made a couple more big saves in that opening period, and that right now is the difference as the Amherst Knights have a 2-0 lead.
And not to take anything away from Aaron Chrisman's play in the first period, he made 2 or 3 really good saves himself to make sure that the score was 2-0 going into the break. It's been a back and forth trading punches in terms of offense, also trading punches in terms of great saves. Has been a great way to kick off the morning with a great start to this game. Let's see what second period play has in store for us.
Hodge was noticeable in the first period, using his big frame at the center position to get open and create offense. Let's see if the long change favors Hasek as they are leaning on their speed in transition, as Frost is going to retreat back into his own end, and he is going to look to start a breakout. Frost methodically looking for the breakout pass. Hasek's in a 1-2-2, Aaron, looking to create some pressure right off the hop. They're going to get an offensive zone faceoff, as it looks like a different defensive structure. I don't know if that was by design or if it just happened to fall in that way, but Amherst did not have the ease breaking out that they had in the first period, as we're going to get a faceoff coming up to the blocker side of goaltender Shane Halton.
And whether or not it was intentional or just perfect happenstance as it worked out on the play there, that setup allows that first pass to be made with a fair amount of ease, but where it's being made to has that extra traffic, and that's exactly what happened on that play with Hasek making a nice turnover, getting the offensive zone draw out of it, and might get a chance too.
Nice move here as Hasek walks in, there's a shot, and they score! Hamdem Elmoos, and just like we said, defense leads to offense, turnover in the offensive zone, Elmoos makes no mistake right there, and Hasek finally breaks through. It's a 2-1 Amherst lead, 54 seconds into the second period.
And it was almost the same strategy we were talking about. The Hasek's, the entire forward line was back there retreating in good defensive position, got all the way back to the blue line, clogged the exit of the zone for Amherst there and kept them from getting it out. Kept in a couple of times there just inside the blue line, and then Elmuth making the great move to get free of the defender. Perfect finish. It's a 2-1 hockey game.
And Metzler is trying to do something about that right off the hop as he puts his head down and goes right to work as number 7 again. He has been a force in this first period, and look for Amherst to lean on him to get the tie back in their favor, as it's going to be Hart leading his way into the zone. Puck is sent in down low below the Hash's goal line, and there's Metzler right on the spot. Picks up the puck behind the net, and he's looking to cause some traffic. Metzler stick handling a bit, and the puck finds its way onto the slot. I can't see the puck, and it finds its way into the net as guess who? Eric Metzler again takes matters into his own hands, kind of just goes to work on his own right there and shovels the puck home, and Amherst gets their 2-goal lead back on the very next shift after allowing their first goal.
Yeah, and there were a lot of different moments there where it looked like the puck could be moved out of danger. Chrisman in the butterfly trying to get a good view of that as there was a bunch of traffic in front of him. Eventually it got into the goal crease area, and then the scramble for it. Metzler ends up finding enough control of it to get the shot away, and it's now a 3-1 lead for the Knights.
And we're going to get an icing as the puck is sent all the way down into the Amherst zone, as this broadcast is also brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit enviousgameware.com to get your team a look to be envious of. And Metzler stays out there. It's like Eric Lindros out there, Aaron. He towers over literally everybody on the rink. And it's not just size. The young man's got some hands and some good feet, too, as he looks to play it to himself off the face-off. He doesn't lack confidence either, Aaron.
Great play at the point there by Hart, but it might end up backfiring.
Here comes Doyle. He's got to deal with Hart's back check, but Doyle's got to spin him. What a play by Hart right at the last second. Picks the pocket, and then Doyle takes a whack at him after. But it's going to be Amherst breaking out on the good defensive play as Albert gets dirty and sticks his nose into the play to keep that play alive from Metzler.
Very competitive turn here to this second period as the third Amherst goal has led to a competitive pushback so far from Hasek, making sure they're doing everything they can to get to loose pucks, and a little bit of physicality being thrown into the mix as well.
Doyle made the pose there, and he showed him the shoulder, and they peeled off right there. Is now Kingston Albert. He is relied upon as one of the offensive players, but I think Amherst knows it as there's 2 players on him. He sends a perfect outlet pass there. Here comes Zapansky walking over the blue line, but Metzler on the back check squares him up perfectly as Metzler does it in both ends. He gets back, he squares up, and he makes a good defensive play.
Yeah, it looked like that breakout pass was going to be perfect to lead Hasek's Heroes to an offensive zone opportunity as the pass was made by Albert all the way up the left wing wall, finding Zapansky in the neutral zone. And just enough time was spent allowing the Amherst defense to regroup. And, of course, as mentioned, it was Metzler leading the charge, making sure he was in that strong defensive position to deny Hasek's Heroes what could have been a really good break opportunity in transition.
Elmuth, the goal scorer, gets the puck taken off him as Amherst sends the puck through neutral ice. Smith Cannon. Archie with a great forecheck. He's gotten to create an opportunity, and a huge save right there by Chrisman as that save needed to happen, as we do have a player down on the forecheck, as it was a big forecheck there by Smith Cannon to disrupt the shot, as we are going to step away real quick as today's broadcast is also presented by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any commercial real estate or investment property, visit Militello Realty and trust their unparalleled knowledge, and visit them at 716-856-2872.
Hasek's Heroes player that was down on the play, getting back to his skates and working his way back to the bench. Appears to be in good order as head coach Joe Lotempio out to make sure that everything is okay. Players taking a knee and making sure that their fellow competitor is all right. Everybody now ready to go for this face-off in the Hasek's Heroes zone.
Good to see the sportsmanship at this level because like it is competitive, it's fiery, but at the end of the day, everybody wants to walk out of here and just enjoy their weekend, and it's good to see Smith Cannon off under his own power as we will resume play And it's kept in alive by Amherst as it's Hodge, the other formidable center that Amherst likes to deploy. They like to use size up the middle, clearly, Aaron, and it works very well for them. Johnny on the spot, play to the front of the net, initial save made by Christian, but he had no idea where that puck was, unfortunately, and it's Grayson Thoman sticking with it, going to the dirty area. The coach's dream to see as Thoman bangs home the rebound. The initial save was made. But Thoman sticking with it gives Amherst a 4-1 lead with 8:16 to go here in the second period.
Yeah, and it was a really good play from below the goal line out in front of the net for Amherst to get the original scoring chance. An incredible save made by Aaron Chrisman to deny that first opportunity. The rebound, unfortunately, just popped out to his left and was sitting there for a moment or two before it was eventually put home by the Amherst forward. The Hasek's defense going to have to pick up their goaltender a little bit more, and this is a good way to do it.
Kingston Albert, he's got elite speed, and he creates room for himself. Kingston Albert looks for the far side, and he scores! He's dangerous, and he shows it right there as Albert turns on the Jets, and here comes the selfie stick as the Hasek Heroes team, one thing they are known for, they are creative with the celebration as Kingston Albert answers, and it's now a 2-goal Amherst Knights lead.
And really turning on the Jets on that play to make that opportunity happen. There were two different Amherst players within a couple of stick lengths away from Albert when he picked up that puck just outside of the blue line. Albert really winding up that speed and getting past the Amherst defenders pretty niftily, and then a great finish to make sure that he got his team back on the board here in period number 2, making it a 4-2 hockey game, adding a little bit of intrigue here to the middle stanza.
Well, the next goal is always big, but let's see if Hasek can get a quick one to get it back to a 1-goal game. Plays off sides for the time being, but the Heroes tag up. And Zapansky, he gets the puck ahead of himself. Let's see what he can do here. Zapansky leading the forecheck. Kingston Albert in support on him as he maintains the point. And Metzler comes out of there and digs the puck out. And he's going to look to platoon his way forward. But he's met by Kingston Albert again. I think Albert has taken it as his responsibility to check big number 7 for Amherst.
Nice little one-on-one battle to keep an eye on as the game continues.
Always got to love the game within the game here. Is this going to be Doyle picking up the puck at center ice? Doyle. He's got Albert D-to-D if he sees him, and there's a nice little saucer D-to-D pass. And Kingston Albert is, Metzler's going to D him up right there, but Albert gets through Metzler, sends a pass across looking for Zapansky just out of his reach, but he does gather it off the half wall. Good defensive play there by Gabriel Madsen, but Doyle's going to pick it up on the half wall, and he's just going to fire it in deep, and it's going to whip away all the way around the boards as now Amherst is going to gather it with Jamison Frost. Kingston Albert squeezes his man out, and the puck dangerous looking pass right there as Madsen wasn't ready for it, and it almost found its way on goal.
Hasek's following up the goal by Albert with a great shift and more opportunities in the offensive zone.
Quick little sneak attack shot similar to how Amherst got their first goal just wide of the far post. Albert doggedly keeping the puck in at the blue line, but now it's Metzler looking to create some space. Hasek's Heroes, just all 5 jerseys in blue just converge on number 7 to cause a turnover. Doyle's got a little room on the weak side. High shot. I thought he put that in. He hit the side of the net.
The shift after the Hasek's Heroes' second goal has been spent entirely in the Amherst zone. This is a great continuation of some momentum that was clearly picked up by Albert's marker there in the second.
Here comes Frosto looking to do something about that, though. He's got 2 back checkers on him. Albert lays out to make the play. Puck is behind Chrisman, and he gets back in time as, we got some intensity brewing here behind the net here in this travel game.
Yeah, period number 2 wasn't quite as back and forth so far as period number 1 was until just there when Amherst finally breaks the pressure, gets the numbers going up ice, and almost has a great opportunity, but the 2 Hasek's defenders laying out, sacrificing the body to make a play. Albert and Doyle clearly showing that high competitive level that they've already been showing here in the early going.
Yeah, and that was Amherst was frustrated right there. They thought they were free and clear. Then all of a sudden 2 guys in the back pocket knocked the puck loose. But it's going to be Amherst looking to take their turn in the zone here, as now it's going to be Archer Albert looking to lead the rush. He blows a tire right there, but a good play there to prevent Amherst from getting an opportunity off that. Stays with it. Here comes Elmus. Oh, he splits the D. Elmus walking and takes a shot, and a massive save there by Shane Halton. The ice was about to tilt hard in favor of Hasek's Heroes, but Halton, as he has done all game, huge save from a point-blank opportunity as Hasek's, although they're down on the scoreboard, they are not down in the opportunities, and they're looking to even this thing up.
That would have been the assist of the year right there if that one would have panned out for Archer Albert, making the pass from his stomach and getting it out into the neutral zone, leading to a breakaway for Elmus.
Oh, and a tough breaker. There's Elmus locking up his net. Oh, and there he is again. Great back check there by Elmus. He was really flirting with maybe a cross check right there, but he knew where the line was. But Thoman, not deterred, gets to the back door. Oh, and my goodness. Hodge was a centimeter away from getting a second. I don't know if it was the post or the stick, but it stays out. But Amherst is going to look to step some zone up as here's Thoman again. Thoman takes a shot, deflected on. What a save there by Chrisman.
Yeah, those are the hardest saves to make for goaltenders, ones that are redirected right in front of them. Great job of tracking that one and making sure he got the body in front of it. Chrisman continues to pile up great saves, keeping his team in this one.
Kern really battling in down low, gathering the puck in the corner, looking to send it in front. Good defensive positioning there by Hasek. They're going to look to break out with Archer Albert. Thoman, though, he is having one heck of a shift right now as he is all over the ice, just wreaking havoc on this Hasek Heroes breakout. He's got the puck at the point again, and he finds his brother Thoman in front of the net, and he's looking to create an opportunity on his forehand. Takes a shot from a tough angle, and another big save there by Chrisman. Beckham Thoman from his brother makes a great play, and here he is again. Thoman takes a shot, and that time he puts it home. Have you ever seen a player on one shift deserve a goal more than Grayson Thoman did right there? He takes a hit on the zone entry. He's all over the forecheck, and he finally gets rewarded with a finish as Amherst takes a 5-2 lead with 3:33 to go here in the second period.
I know there are 3 Thomans on the roster for this Amherst team, but it seemed like you were calling out their names interchangeably, but it was really just the one that was all over the ice in the offensive zone there for Amherst, making sure that the momentum that it looked like Hasek's was building wasn't going to continue through that shift.
Oh, Messer looking to go for something of a dagger right here. And Messer, nice move to get around him, and Chrisman makes, I'm not going to call it a game-saving save, but that's one they had to have. And on arguably Amherst's most dangerous forward, big save to keep the score 5-2.
Continues to make those types of stops, does Chrisman. There have been 4 or 5 of them in this period alone that have kept the Hasek's Heroes team within striking distance.
Zapansky comes out of there with the puck. Let's see if Hasek can gain some zone time here. Puck gains the line with Doyle. And Amherst, though, doing a great job of puck pressure on the far side. And Metzler's got room. Doyle, though, just skates right into him and just whacks the puck off his stick, but it does stay in the zone for Amherst as Metzler does accomplish the job initially of gaining zone time.
That's great for developing skills, the angling defensive skill there in the neutral zone. Doyle had to be challenged there. He had a very fast, very skilled skater trying to break away from him, but he played the angle perfectly, made sure that he squeezed off the room as he got it to the boards. Great defensive play, denying the entry and getting his team possession.
Madsen, nice catch at center ice, looks to create some separation here, but he is not able to do anything with that as the puck kind of just bounces around the Hasek's Heroes logo at center ice. As Metzler, again, he always feels like he's one step away from getting through everybody, and this time the puck is just slowly drifted into the zone. Icing is waved off as Amherst is going to retreat as it's picked up there by Wesley Thoman, the third Thoman we have mentioned here in this period. Zapansky puts a move on him and looks to get to work in the corner. Metzler back on his defensive position. He's got all kinds of room as Hasek's was changing, and he's got a head of steam.
Oh, great play by Albert in the neutral zone.
And I
got in the way.
And I guarantee you Kingston Albert's going to tell you he meant to throw that hit, as that was a clean defensive play, stood the ground, and withstood the collision of a much bigger, very strong skating forward, as Kingston Albert is not about to go away quietly into this game. But also, Aaron, like we're saying, it's clean hockey, nothing dirty, nothing out of the way. Just the players are just playing, and it's a fast-paced game.
And he loved the moment too. He had a big smile on his face. We were able to see there through his iTech shield, and the opportunity to be challenged by the opponent, one of the opponent's better players. Clearly enjoying that challenge and enjoying getting the better of it there.
Way to age yourself by bringing up iTech, Aaron.
It is an ITEC.
It's a Bauer, sir.
Oh, my goodness. I'll just be quiet for the next couple of whistles.
No, don't do that. Well, you can't do that as Thoman again buries the puck from a turnover in the slot as he slams it home. As with 1:05 to go, Hasek finds themselves down 6-2 as Thoman, the hard-working forward, gets rewarded again with his second of the period.
Workman-like effort there in front of the net, having to battle through a little bit of traffic, dropping to a knee as he ended up finishing that shot, and just skates back to his position and sets up for the next faceoff.
Diaz. Nice catch there by Thoman. Oh, and look at this, a 3-on-0. Here's Thoman again. He's going for the natural Hattie, and the glove save is made there by Chrisman. That looked like a set play off the faceoff, and Thoman gets himself another opportunity. As now it's a shot there by Beckham Thoman, as the Thoman brothers are just wreaking havoc on this Hasek Heroes breakout, as this is just an absolute onslaught by the two Thoman brothers and then Hodge. Frost makes sure it doesn't stop here as we're down to 28 seconds to go in the opening period. Backhand play, good defense, but on the back door.
Another save
the
there
puck
by Chris.
Stayed out, and it's just sitting there in the crease. No one can get a good twig on it with 15 to go here in the second period. As it's Elmus finally gets the puck out for Hasek. That should do it for the period with 6 to go. Let's see if Thoman, if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be him. Thoman, the home run pass, looking for his brother Beckham. Oh, we had him too. He just ran out of time as a very strong period. Hasek got 2, Amherst got 4 as the Knights take a 4-goal lead here going into the third period.
We'll be back with third period action coming up in a few moments on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Thank you for joining us this morning as we are proud to continue bringing you coverage of Hasek's Heroes Travel Hockey.
Modern media is everyone shouting for attention and no one hearing a thing. Broadcast to social, print to digital, 412 Communications has the solution to get you heard. Want to know more? Visit 412communications.com today.
And welcome back to the Bud Bakewell Ice Rink in Riverside Park in Buffalo, New York, as we are ready for third period action here live from the 412 Communications broadcast booth. 412 Communications, digital media solutions to help you, your brand, build bridges with the people you serve. It's a 6-2 Amherst Knights lead heading into the third period, and we are right back to action as Wilmore has the puck taken off him. Nice move there by Kingston Albert, but Hart was not going to allow him to get away with 2 of those, but Albert looking to push play into the offensive zone. Play kept alive by Hasek initially, as it's kept alive by Wesley Thoman. Hart got some pressure on him, reverses course behind the net, and he chips the puck up for Wilmore on the half wall. Wilmore gets as far as the blue line, but then has the puck taken off him, but it's going to be Eric Metzler, and he's got a head of steam. Metzler with Doyle and Albert keeping him in check. Oh, what a move by Metzler, but then Albert finishes him off, as this is a bit of a rivalry brewing right here.
No, sticks tied up there.
And Doyle is not happy about that either, as the two players kind of get a little rough, but Metzler just turns and fires one as Hasek is getting real aggressive on number 7, and he's just giving it right back to him. Kingston Albert, he's behind him. He's got Metzler behind him, but he gets 3 of them. Here's Albert walking in. Albert takes the shot. What a save by Shane Halton. You know Kingston Albert wanted that one, beating his buddy Metzler, but it's Halton with the pad save to keep it a 6-2 Amherst lead.
That would have been a big one here early in the third period to start clawing back at that 4-goal lead that Amherst has grown. I don't think that this group is going to be satisfied with that only opportunity, but here comes Metzler
here's
again.
Metzler. It's his turn now. Metzler coming in, goes to the backhand, and a big save there by Chrisman. Metzler looked to head fake to do the little Alesh Kodalik air and head fake to the forehand on the backhand. Big save there by Aaron Chrisman.
Executed the move very well, and Chrisman up to the challenge.
Yeah, the move was great. The goaltending was just a little better. Is now Kingston Albert. Are we going? We're just going to exchange rushes as Kingston Albert looks to skate through him now. Albert chips it ahead. He's by two of them, but he's got Metzler bothering him from behind. And then a great defensive play by Noah Argy. He has been the stay-at-home stalwart blue chip for Hasek. Says now we have a penalty on the play, as I think we're going to get a trip. And a cross-check.
It looked like the back and forth between Metzler and Albert might be causing a little bit of frustration on one side of things. Albert with a little bit of a cross-check to the opponent there. Hopefully that will there'll be cooler heads prevailing as time goes by, but we've seen that the competitive juices really being ratcheted up as this game has gone on. Some of the better players on both teams certainly challenging each other and starting to see some of the after effects of that, but that's part of the learning of the competitive environment.
Play is offsides as the play just found its way over the blue line, as we're going to get a whistle, as today's broadcast is brought to you by Envious Gameware, designers of high-end custom hockey uniforms, bags, and apparel. Visit EnviousGameware.com to give your team a look to be envious of. Face-off controlled initially by Hasek, but RG again, that just smooth defensive play just kind of sends the puck out of harm's way, and then there he is again, gets the puck in to the Hasek zone. And now it's Beckham Thoman. Nice move, and Thoman's going to walk in with a shot. Wow. And a save by Chrisman again.
He was leaning one way and had to reach back in the other direction to make the glove hand stop. Chrisman has been excellent this morning.
Plays kept alive and sent in where it's now going to be Tinkanen. Losing the puck. And a backhand pass for Thoman. Thoman puts the spin cycle on, takes a shot, and it's sitting on the goal line, and Hodge buries one as Thoman again, nose to the grindstone, puts a shot, it gets through, and it looks like Hodge pulled a page out of Alex Tuck's books from last night, and he slams home the puck as it slides through the wickets of the goaltender. It's now a 7-2 Amherst lead on the power play.
And Thoman's move there in the slot, the very quick spin to get away from the defender, that was very high-skilled and very confidently pulled off. Good to see the confidence in the young players and executing in the way that was done there. The only thing that could have been better is if the initial shot would have found the back of the net. Either way, the goal ends up being scored by Amherst, and they open up a 5-goal lead.
Here's Beckham Thoman again. Nice move. And a back check again. Beckham Thoman looking for a call. He's not going to get it, as Elmus got back hard on the play for the back check. Thoman again, this time gets the puck knocked off him, but he has puck support in Diaz. But that play is read by Archer Albert, but here's Thoman again. Beckham Thoman deals with some back pressure, but his buddy Hodge comes in to clean it up, and now it's Grayson Thoman again. Grayson Thoman's got a little confidence right now the way he's been playing, showing off the hands and the edge work.
Understandably so.
He's earned it. Frost got some pressure on him, neatly puts the move on the forward, and that's going to create numbers down low.
2 moves and then a quick pass. That's really well done.
Grayson Thoman again creates space. Oh, and he did it again, but that time a good defensive play by Sapansky keeps the puck out of the net.
Looked like Chrisman made the first save. It went off the post, popped out the other side, and then the defensive play keeps the goal from being put home in the end.
Diaz, he's done a great job keeping the play alive at the blue line, but that time the D-to-D pass was read by Sapansky, and he's looking to create some speed, but again, Amherst gets back as a platoon, and they're unable to get some speed as Sapansky looking to just power his way on his forehand, gets steered into the corner by Frost. Frost, excellent defensive positioning right there, keeping everything to the outside, and the puck does find its way to the net where Halton makes a stick save, steers the puck into the far corner.
Sapansky ended up getting that pass to Archer Albert, and that shot just barely missed.
Here's Beckham Thoman. He's got a rolling puck to deal with, but he's going to get in. It's knuckle puck time for the shot, but Keenan Thompson lied to us as kids, as it is much harder to shoot the puck when it's rolling, and that puck finds its way wide of the net. But to absolutely nobody's surprise, here's Grayson Thoman leading it again. We have a penalty, though, on the play, as we've got roughing, as we're going to get a power play for...
Yeah, Amherst going to get another power play as the second Hasek Heroes penalty. The other Albert getting this penalty in this case, as the team in blue and gold will have to go on the penalty kill.
Not exactly what you want to be doing down 7-2, but you got to love the competitive spirit, as the Hasek Heroes players are not playing like they are down 5 goals. They're playing with everything they've got, trying to get back into this, and they're going to have to go to work on the penalty kill. Hart almost did a great job of keeping that play alive, but it is going to find its way into neutral ice as the power play breakout is going to begin here. But little miscommunication there by the Knights, as it's going to be McDonald. Gets the puck to center ice, a great job to clear, as Hasek has already killed about 30 seconds onto this power play. Kingston Albert looking to use his speed, but Hart and Metzler knew that was coming as they had two defenders way back, knowing 29 has probably the best speed of anybody in this game so far. Doyle, the other burner for Hasek, he sends the puck all the way down, and the puck is going to make its way to the Amherst goal line as it's going to be Hart, as that's icing.
As you recall here, the USA hockey rules,
yes.
You're not allowed to ice the puck on the penalty kill. We always have to have that little bit of an adjustment sometimes to remind ourselves of the different rule book that is used in a USA hockey game versus some of the games that we are sometimes accustomed to calling. But icing on the penalty kill against Hasek's Heroes, as not enough snow buildup on the ice to keep that one from getting to the red line. 9 seconds to go on the penalty to Archer Albert.
And the two rivals lean in for the faceoff as Kingston Albert wins that draw, but the puck does not get out as Hart keeps the play alive with 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 to go here in the Amherst Knights power play. Is a great job killing by the Hasek Heroes. Puck does find its way to the front of the net as Wilmore takes a shot and he scores! Not going to be listed as a power play goal, but it did come with the man advantage as Wilmore finding his way to the slot, and he buries, as he's very excited for that goal as he worked hard to earn his tally of the game, as it's now an 8-2 Amherst Knights lead.
And he had to work hard there in that small moment because it was the second effort that ended up finding the back of the net. The first one got blocked before it could get even to the top of the goal crease, but he stuck with it, made sure he got that second shot off quickly, and maybe that quick back-to-back shot, it was what allowed him to catch the goaltender off guard, find the back of the net with a good hard second effort shot, getting his team the 8-2 lead.
Kingston Albert again. He's got Wesley Thorman right in his hip pocket, and he's just going to try to skate by him, and he does. Kingston Albert, nice move, gets in alone. Albert takes the shot, and there is his nemesis again as Shane Halton. He is channeling the Dominic Hasek in this game, as he has been spectacular in this game. The score is 7-2. The gap in the score is not 5 in terms of the play on the ice. Halton has just been a man possessed today, making save after save after save, many of which similar to that one, point blank, uncontested shots. Great goaltending by number 29 in white.
Yeah, clearly I've lost count of how many shots there have been from those grade A areas, those high danger chances that Hasek's Heroes has been able to create this morning. But so far, it has been an absolute wall from Halton.
Noah Argy, the defenseman, gets rewarded with some offense. He has been the stalwart stay-at-home defenseman, making all the plays for his forwards, and the young man says enough of that, puts his head down, goes flying down the left wing, fires a worm burner through the wicket to the goaltender, and now it's another goal for Amherst as they just continue to show speed and teamwork and just continue to have success putting the puck into the net.
And getting a little bit of confidence and momentum and a little bit of added life from the play of their goaltender. That's what you get with a goaltender who's on his game. It gives you the added bit of confidence to try a little bit more on the offensive end, and that little boost of confidence that you need in case there's a moment in the game where it might be waning a little bit.
The Alexei Zhitnik theory, Aaron. You know you have Dominic Hasek behind you, so you can feel free to jump up in the rush to try and get yourself some offense. Noah Argy pulls that off there. Great to see that young man with that elite hair he's got rocking through that helmet, I might add. Love it when those guys put the puck in the net. Oh, and he's got the rack specs going too. He's a Hanson brother out there, anywhere 77.
Slapping the stick on the ice, looking for that pass, trying to get a second one on this shift.
He deserves it, and a shot is read there by Hasek's Heroes. Puck is chipped through neutral ice as Argy's going to skate back, but he's waved off by Kern as the defensemen communicate well, as then Kern goes D to D. My goodness, the hockey IQ. It's on display right here for Amherst. These kids are going to play together for a very long time, and they're already building chemistry as it's going to be Blursh picking up the puck just by center ice and sends the puck in to the Amherst defensive zone where the aforementioned Noah Argy again is going to look to wind it up.
be a tough game to pick 3 stars in, because there have been a lot of players on both sides of this game that have been deserving of accolades at the end. Certainly a lot of different Amherst players have had a big role in how they have built this lead here in this game. But you can certainly look at the back end of things. Good teams are always built from the back end out, and the goaltending and defense that have been seen by the team in white today has been excellent. A big reason why they've been so successful at the other end of the rink, putting the puck in the net, is because they've been able to do the work that they've needed to do on their defensive end of things.
Amherst, they are playing a complete game in the offensive zone, defensive zone, and have been great in the neutral zone as well, and it reflects on the scoreboard as we're going to get a breakout here from Jamison Frost. That puck had a little too much zip on it, as it is going to make its way in through icing. Do not tell Elmoose that, though, as he went flying back, almost as if hybrid icing were still a thing in hockey. And we're going to get a face-off in the Amherst zone with 2:58 to go here in regulation time.
Yeah, 2 different Hasek's Heroes players really digging in hard to try to look like almost beat that icing out, because they just wanted the game to continue, get the puck on their stick, and get an opportunity to carry it up ice. But they'll get the offensive zone draw here, as it's going to be Albert and Wilmore getting set for this draw to the right of the netminder.
Albert wins the face to Cannon, and it is kept alive there by McDonald, who sends the puck in down low. Metzler from the deep position. Kingston Albert throwing a body check.
That was a body check.
That was a body check. That was intentional. Albert might be angry now. Oh, and
yeah,
okay,
these two are not going to be friends.
They might need to separate that. I mean,
hockey's a competitive game. Doesn't matter the age.
Kingston Albert is going to be a player you love on your team, but he is not someone you're going to want to play against, as he's playing angry right now. Kingston Albert leading on the forecheck. Okay, it looks like he's only not targeting. The only player he really wants to play physical with is Metzler. Got to give him credit. Metzler's a lot bigger than he is, and Albert is fearless. Metzler, though, just going to skate it out. And Metzler, and he just muscles his way through the forecheck. Metzler again creates time and space and shoots and scores! Metzler, the best revenge, served cold. He scores a goal and doesn't even flinch. Might have thrown his buddy Kingston Albert a little wink right there, but Metzler takes a pop to the side of the head, so what does he go and do about it? He goes and scores, Aaron.
It's a great answer. That's the best way to do it.
The best answer possible.
Certainly gives you an idea of how the game has progressed over time. There was a day and age where the response would have been 100% of the time physical. Now it's just more of the mental response. It's like, okay, you're going to try to beat me like that. I'll beat you the other way. And quietly skate to the bench, accept my congratulations from my teammates, and enjoy the lead that my team has grown.
It's almost like you've said that to players on the ice while playing, but with some other words added in there.
Maybe a couple.
I've had to play against you before. I know how this went. And the puck is played by the corner, as it's going to be skated out there by Amherst. Misplay right there, as here comes Beckham Thoman. He's got time and space. There's a back check. Thoman comes in, shoots for the short side, and he scores! It's a bit of an avalanche now as the Thoman brothers continue to put their stamp on this game. Very, very smooth-looking celebration right there. I saw that, young man. That was pretty nice. As the lead continues there for Amherst, as they just continue to do it the right way and continue to put pucks in the net.
And there, in that case, it seems that as the game has gone on, and maybe a little bit of the result being in hand here as an Amherst win shaping up, the defensive details maybe slipping by the wayside a little bit there for Hasek's. Only one player back in the neutral zone, allowing Amherst to get a pretty clean rush into the offensive end. Good finish to make sure that rush paid off.
Here's Albert. He's got speed. Albert versus RG. Forward versus D. Let's see what we got here. Albert tries to split him, and RG, neat defensive play. And then he tells him. Whoa, boy. Good to see everybody involved in that melee pop up unscathed, as that looked like it might have hurt a little bit. And RG, fresh from his spill in the neutral zone, gets back on defense, and he looks to jump up again. Nice little poke to Thoman, and Thoman's going to lead the rush again. Albert, though, this time back on the forecheck as Albert puts a shove into him. I'm not crazy about that, but no harm, no foul.
Last few seconds ticking away here is Amherst going to be finishing off what's going to end up looking like a very convincing win. A lot of the reason because of that, though, is their goaltender, who was phenomenal here in this game.
This game was close, and it was Shane Halton that made sure it stayed an Amherst lead until they were finally able to pull away at the end of this game. For about 2 1/3 periods, it was even in terms of everything but the score. It did get away from Hasek at the end. Not for lack of effort, though, as Amherst takes a convincing lead into the third, and then they finish it, and they put the pretty bow on top, and they skate out of here with a win.
Amherst with the victory in our first broadcast this morning of Hasek's Heroes Hockey. We will have the 12U team playing the Lockport Lock Monsters. That game coming up at 11:30 this morning on the Nickel City Hockey Network. Thrilled to have the opportunity, as always, to bring you live coverage of Hasek's Heroes Hockey. Looking forward to the game going on later on this morning. 11:30 is our start time for the Hasek's Heroes 12U squad taking on the Lockport Lock Monsters.
And that is going to do it here from Hasek's Heroes. This is the Nickel City Hockey Network. Please do, if you like our content, please like, subscribe, and visit us at nickelcityhockeynetwork.com for more games, interviews, and what's going on around the various amateur leagues in and around Western New York. Once again, for color commentator Aaron Alpern, for camera operator Destiny Cosner, I am Sean McHugh. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll see you for round 2 of Hasek's Heroes Hockey at 11 o'clock.